In this lesson, we're going to learn how to evaluate expressions with exponents using the order of operations. To avoid getting different answers when we evaluate an expression, the following order of operations rules are used. The first step is to evaluate the expression in brackets first. Second, we evaluate the powers. Third, we multiply and divide in order from left to right. And then 4, we add and subtract in order from left to right. You were commonly taught this, or how to remember these steps, using the word or acronym BEDMAS. Let's look at some examples to see how this works. So adding and subtracting with powers. In the first example, we're adding 3 cubed and 2 cubed. To do this, we evaluate each power first. So 3 cubed is just equal to 3 times 3 times 3 plus 2 times 2 times 2. Try to make those brackets neat there. And that's equal to 27 plus 8. And that is equal to 35. So 3 cubed plus 2 cubed is 35. The important thing to do here is to show your steps along the way. So with order of operations, one of the common mistakes is that students will often take shortcuts and try to get from point A to point C without stopping at B first. So again, show your steps for each expression you do. For example B, we have 3 plus 2 cubed. In this example, we need to add the expression in brackets first. So this ends up being 3 plus 2 gives us 5. And 5 to the third power is equal to 5 times 5, which is 25, times 5, which gives me 125. In example 4, I have 3 minus 2 cubed. So I'm going to, in this case, evaluate the power with the exponent first. So 3 minus 2 cubed is 3 minus 2 times 2 times 2, which is 3 minus 8, which gives me negative 5. I'm going to make that 8 prettier here. So these are examples of how to add and subtract operations of powers. So in this example, let's look at how to multiply and divide with powers. So in this example, 2 times negative 3 cubed minus 6. I'm going to evaluate everything in brackets first. So I have 2 times negative 3 cubed, which is negative 3 times negative 3, which is 9, and 9 times negative 3 is negative 27, minus 6. So now I can then just move in order from left to right. Multiplication comes first anyways. So 2 times negative 27 is negative 54. Minus 6. And negative 54 minus 6 gives me negative 60. So again, notice the steps that I used when solving this expression. Working with these expressions in your head increases the chance of error. So when you're doing these problems, I want to see you show your work. Alright, one last problem. So here I have 36 divided by 2 squared plus 11, all cubed, minus 10 to the 5th. So BEDMAS rules state that I'm going to evaluate the expression in brackets first. So here I have 36 divided by 2 squared plus 11, all cubed, minus 10 to the 5th. So what I'm going to do is work inside the brackets first and apply BEDMAS inside the brackets. So I'm going to have 36 divided by 2 squared, which is 4, plus 11. I'm just going to add brackets to keep my work organized. And it's all going to be cubed, minus 10 to the 5th. And so the next step now is to work inside the brackets from left to right. So 36 divided by 4 is 9. 9 plus 11, all cubed. I'll try to make that neat up there as well. Minus 10 to the 5th. Again, I have to ensure that I go through each step in detail. I don't just do half of the expression. I like to write everything down over and over again. So 20 cubed is just 8 cubed with a few zeros, so 20 times 20 is 400. 400 times 20 is 8,000, so this ends up being 8,000 minus 10 to the 5th. Now I can evaluate this power, and I could have done it up there as well, but 10 to the 5th is just 10 with 4 zeros, so 10 to the 5th is 100,000. So 8,000 minus 100,000 is equal to 92,000. So this concludes the lesson on how to perform order of operations with powers. Hopefully it helps you understand these problems. Again, the number one thing I will emphasize yet again is to make sure you show your work as you do these problems, and you're guaranteed that you will minimize your errors and do very well.